Good day everyone, GarageKing here, and if you have a Ford Escape or actually any other vehicle that has a manual control for the speeds for your blower motor and it's not working on all the speeds, here you go. You can see we're going back to 3 and we got something there. We can go to 4. I'll pan back, there's 3, and then we go back to 2 and there's nothing. Well, I'll show you how to fix it, and this is after the fix. You can see this is how it's supposed to sound. There's 4, 3, there's 2, and there's 1. So it's supposed to work on every speed like we all know, but it doesn't. So how are we going to fix it? Well, first things first, we're going to open up the glove box because we got to find the resistor. Now, most vehicles, including this Ford Escape, have the resistors in the same place. So for most of the vehicles, it's pretty easy. You're just going to undo the tabs. You're going to swing the glove box down. We're going to look up there, and that is the electrical connector. So that's what we're looking for. Now, there's not a lot of room up there, as you can see. There's the bolts, and I'll show you there's the third bolt we have to undo. There's actually 3. The third one is for the wiring harness. It's best just to take it out, and then we're going to unclip the connector because there's just not a lot of room. And if you're trying to pull from up top, you may actually damage something. And before I forget, oh yeah, all bolts on this vehicle are an 8mm. So you need an 8mm socket to take everything out. Now, I have this little knurled thing here, and it really helps just because, as you can see, it's a tight fit up there. So this helps me take out the bolts. You can fight with it however you want, but I mean, if you get a little tool like that, it does really, really help. And also a small ratchet helps, just because you don't have a lot of room. I'm making it look easy, but believe me, it is crammed inside there. So once we get our wiring loose, just like that, there's the bolt right there, we are going to pull out the resistor. And there you can see I've actually pulled it out, and now that it's out, you can see here we have lots of room with the wiring harness here. I can just pop it apart. And we don't have to worry about breaking anything because, I mean, we definitely don't want to break anything. So let's inspect it. So take a look at this, guys. I want to zoom in here. There's some bubbles. You can actually see bubbles on it. I'll move it around a bit in the light here, show you there. You can see there's some weird bubbles. Don't worry about the corrosion, but take note of those bubbles. Now let's open up the new resistor and take a look at this. You can see there's no bubbles at all, nice and shiny. Don't worry about the dirtiness, because I mean, even this new one's going to get dirty in there. But basically, you can see there's no bubbles at all, and on this one, you can see those bubbles. I threw up the arrow a little bit before. What those bubbles are is it's overheating and it's shorting. So we put the new one in here. All we got to do now is install our screws, and then we're just going to connect it up and do a little self-test, and that is it. It is that easy, guys, to do. Make sure that you do have the gasket on when you put the new resistor in. There's a little rubber gasket on it, so make sure that that doesn't fall off. You can see I'm struggling a little bit here. It's kind of tight, but really, it's not the end of the world. And then I always wait to clip the wiring harness at the very end. This way, just if I have to take it out for whatever reason, you just never know. You know, it's just a pain. So once that's done, you're just going to close up your glove box, and that's it. These are the tools I used. Really not much. I used a quarter drive ratchet. I used a small ratchet here. I used this knurl thing here. This really helped when I was, getting into tight spots. I find I use this little tool a lot, so it just really helps me, especially when you're doing like interior work. Anyway, enough of that. And then the 8mm socket you need. Here you can see it is working perfectly. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's like literally under 4 minutes long on how to fix a blower motor, and that's it. I hope to see you guys next week. Thanks.